And hello again, and today's a big day because here I am back at Motorcycle Paintworks FX because my tank is ready for collection. And in fact I've just done a favour for my mate Tim by bringing this set of R7 bodywork to be repaired and resprayed. And I was somewhat shocked when he told me how much this stuff is worth. Apparently each panel's more than £1,000. So altogether you get about £5 worth there. I've not seen my tank yet, but I've just spied it over here, look, on the counter there. There it is, looking pretty damn good. Oops, sorry, my hand's shaking. And yeah, it's pretty good. And there's a helmet there, look. And here he is. Here he is. All ready to go. So let's go inside and get a close to the thing. I've only brought my little camera today, so I've not got the detail. That's good. But I'm looking at that, looks pretty damn nice to me. Yeah, so we'll get it only one piece and I don't scratch it when I put it back on. Excellent.
The weather's a bit static, so
yeah, it's a bit. Oh, it's all right. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Can't wait to get on the bike. So I'll take a picture of this now, and I'll turn it off, and I'll go make my wallet and pay you. So yeah, great stuff. And now, thankfully, I've got it home safe and sound in the back of the car. But it can stay here until this Monza fuel cap has been repolished because it got a bit corroded over the 2 or 3 years it was left in a damp garage. So yeah, I'll get that cleaned up before it goes back on the bike. And here it is after a few minutes work with some very fine wet and dry sandpaper followed by some auto sole polish. And I have covered polishing alloy before, so I'll put the link in here now and you can find it elsewhere on the channel. So now this has to go back on the tank. And here's the Mudguard I ordered last week. It's just arrived and it's made for a bevel head 900 SS, and hopefully this is going to look pretty good on the Norley. Of course it needs painting, but let's go and see how it fits. And now let's just do a quick test fit to see how it looks on the bike, and it looks okay. Obviously the mounts here are much higher than on a Ducati, so this bit here will have to be cut off and shaped, and yeah, I think it might be okay that. Also, an issue is that these mounts here on the forks are offset front to back. God knows why, but it means I'll have to make a space for some kind to sort of get everything lined up. But yeah, it's not too bad, is it? Get it round about there, where it needs to go. And get that painted black with maybe a gold pinstripe or two, and it should look pretty good. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But as you can see, I'm currently willing to rewind the bike, so that's what's next. And so the final job was to fasten this Monza fuel cap back onto the tank, and unfortunately it's all gone terribly wrong because look what I've done. I've scratched the bloody paintwork, haven't I? And the reason for that is because I think the threads either on here or on here have been damaged when it's been taken off, and it just doesn't sit right. You can't screw it on level, and I was faffing about with it trying to get it right and trying to get everything lined up, and I almost got it. It was kind of like there, and I just turned it and I thought, oh no, what was that? And sure enough, the edge of the cap had hit the paintwork and taken it off. So absolute bloody disaster. The air was blue, I can tell you. 5 minutes ago I'm still really upset about it. It's a beautiful paintwork and I've screwed it up. Obviously it's not too bad because I can take this back to Richard. I'm sure he'll laugh at me and repair it without too much hassle. It's quite an easy area to do. But the problem is, having repaired it, the problem is, how do I stop it from happening again? Because you can't have this thing loose, it's got to be tight and aligned. I mean, I was using Loctite, a mild Loctite at that, low strength Loctite to get it on there, because I didn't want to repeat the hassles we had removing it if I ever wanted to take it off. So anyway, I'm absolutely, totally pissed off with this, as you can imagine. And I'm going to take a deep breath, I'm going to order that new part, and we'll see what happens next. But yeah, whew, these things happen. It's my fault, I didn't appreciate as I turned it that last little bit that this was going to hit. I'm totally pissed off myself for doing it, and yeah, I don't know what's going to happen next, but I'm not going to do any more today. I'm just going to sit down, have a cup of tea and calm down a bit. And finally, a quick update on what's happening. I've just been on the phone to the manufacturers of this fuel tank. That's Tab 2 in Wales, and they tell me that these days they don't actually fit the screw-in Monza fuel caps. These days they sell the smooth version, which you have to glue down using something like JB Weld, and the reason for that is to avoid this kind of thing from happening, so you can get it spot on where you want it and it's on for good then. Bit late for me, of course, but it means that what I could do now is do the same thing, get some JB weld and screw it on. In fact, they even said I can Dremel out the thread on this thing and just plonk it on and glue it down. But I wish I knew that before this happened. So anyway, the next thing to do is to take this back to Richard at Motorcycle Paintworks FS, and hopefully he can fix it for me without too much expense. But while I'm going there, I may as well get my front mudguard sorted out as well, get that trimmed and set up the way I want it, and then I can paint both of them at the same time. So anyway, that's the latest, and we'll catch you again later. So thanks for watching, and cheers.